and we're talking to Eva, who is originally from Croatia but is now living in Ireland. Eva, how's World Youth Day going for you?
I used to live in Croatia till maybe 3 years ago, and I was very much influenced by evangelical group of Christians, and I was involved with some young adults groups from that group. They are called the International Fellowship of Evangelical Students, or in Croatia STEP. But I was also involved with some other groups like CLC, which is a Jesuit group, through a radio show. I think my life in Croatia at the time was very busy. I wouldn't say it was hectic because I had enough energy to go around to do things, but it was probably part of formation and part of a preparation of what I'll be maybe not so much doing, but who I will be when I come to Ireland. Because when I came to Ireland, for maybe a year, even though I did go and kind of got to know certain groups, I didn't find a group to kind of belong to. It was more a life of being and than doing when I came to Ireland. More of deepening my relationship with Jesus, with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Probably because in Ireland I went through the course of doing masters in Christian spirituality. That course was not only academical; it really much impacted, my faith, and reading about classical writers in Christian spirituality did not leave me not engaged. Their texts really engage you in deepening, your relationship with God
What were some of the problems that you encounter in Ireland now?
Problems that I encountered in Ireland 3 years ago may not be the same problems that the churches or the society is facing at the moment.
Yeah.
But when I came there, many Catholics were very critical towards the Catholic Church. So before coming to Ireland, I was used to hearing criticism from various non-Christians, and more or less kind of not really got used to it, but let's say, I would expect it more than from maybe Catholics. The atmosphere in the Catholic Church, in certain circles in the Catholic Church, maybe lay, I don't know, was quite critical, which somehow can be partly understood because the Church has really gone through a crisis of abuse and the truth that came out of that. So many people were hurt, and I think many people were maybe on a journey where they needed to express, their doubts, their, struggles. Whereas I think that I do not hear that so much now. But that was maybe struggle for me, or challenge for me to accept the people from my own church, even though they may have thought differently and had different attitudes. That to still see that they are still part of my church, so not excluding them just because their views are different. But I think it was also growing experience of God's love and allowing, to see God's love in maybe places where I didn't see before. Since then, I think that attitudes are maybe more important than our views. I think our views are important, but how we hold them and how we live them out. So attitudes behind those views are sometimes even more important, I think.
Perfect.